Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Natasha Iyer, and this is Dr. Shabnam Daskar. I am so excited today because we are talking about one of the most important things that we see in our functional medicine practice. Functional medicine means we always go back down into the root cause of anything that's plaguing you as far as symptoms and diagnoses, whether you're one of those people who are told, my tests are all normal, or you have an autoimmune disease, or you have chronic fatigue, or whatever it is that you're coming to see us for. You're looking for answers, and we're looking to find out what is the reason why you have the symptoms that you have instead of just treating them. So today we're going to cover for you why we start with a particular area first, which is your gut. So, Dr. Carr, why is it that no matter what's wrong with you, you could come in with chronic headaches and migraines, you could come in with sleep disturbance, you could come in with a mood disorder, and you're taking all these antidepressants and nothing's really helping you, and you're still moody or irritable or anxious? Why is it that even if you have joint pain and arthritis, or autoimmune disease and all the other things, or even hormone balance? Like, people come and say, well, we're coming to see you for healthy aging and longevity or hormone balance. And we know that's what you do. You help me balance hormones in this clinic. And then we turn around and go, well, we've got to look at your digestive health first. So why digestion first?
So very important question because the gut decides all of health, whether we are talking about heart health, whether it is someone who doesn't think they have any gut related symptoms, like someone doesn't have bloating, diarrhea, pain, or feeling full soon after eating food. That doesn't always mean that your gut is 100% healthy because of various reasons. Number one is the environment we live in. Yes, you may be eating food that is very healthy, but sometimes we find that that particular food, it may be healthy for someone else, but it's not healthy for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where the problem of food sensitivity, and Dr. Iyer and I will talk about all of these in greater detail later on. So food sensitivity, then things like you may be on prescription medications. So prescription medications, alcohol, stress, all these things can impact our gut lining. I'm sure many of you have heard of something called leaky gut. So it's basically a problem of your gut barrier dysfunction. Then the gut is the biggest immune organ we have. And as all of us know today, we've become suddenly more aware of the immune system thanks to the COVID pandemic. The immune system is extremely important for every disease on earth, actually. And Natasha, you brought up hormone balance. So estrogen, the hormone estrogen in women, is metabolized through the gut. So if you don't have healthy gut, if you have constipation, then the same estrogen goes back into the circulation, and that can raise your risk for breast cancer. Another very important factor, which I am sure all of you have heard about, the gut microbiome. So these are all these wonderful bacteria, fungus, and virus. Right now, we only talk about the bacteria because we don't know enough about all the others. But
Mm.
they are there in our gut, not just in the gut, they're there in the vagina and, eyes and a whole lot of other
On your
areas. Right
skin.
now, we are focused on only the gut. So the gut microbiome, so these wonderful bacteria that live there, they actually help us processing not just our food, they help in processing, prescription medications, they help in processing food, they make neurotransmitters. So most importantly, what are we feeding our gut bacteria? That is very important. And food is, of course, one of the biggest things. So that's why we always start with the gut, and we always start with food. Like everything ends up in food. And isn't that exciting, because food is something that like all of us eat food all the time. Well,
Can't
some of
live
us,
without it.
and yeah, we can't live without it. So,
So your gut is the seat of your immune system. So most of your immune system actually resides in and around the gut. And that's why we look at immune system health and we tie it directly to gut health. Your microbiome, as you said, is crucial for multiple things like metabolism and all of that. In fact, just now we're talking about akkermansia and how important it is for weight loss and weight management and things like that. So these bugs in your gut are critical for your overall health, and they don't just affect your gut function. If they can affect how your body fat stores or not, you know that they have far-reaching impact on your overall health. Then you mentioned neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals that help regulate your mood. And so GABA and serotonin are made in the gut, but they work on your brain. So that's how it works. And then we talked about how mood, so gut and brain, we should mention the second brain, which is that new nervous system discovered years ago, far away from anything we learned in biology in medical school all those years ago, and what kids learned in biology in high school, that you have your central nervous system from your brain and your spinal cord, but now we know there's a second nervous system completely separate between the gut and the brain that has nothing to do with the other nervous system. And when your gut's inflamed, your brain's inflamed, which is why we have so many issues in the brain, like insomnia, mood, depression, anxiety, and things that we can relieve and resolve by treating the gut. So, there's so many other things I haven't mentioned about the gut, but when we look at digestive health, one thing I'll point out too is that, sorry, I'm trying to show you my hand. If you track your skin up your arm and into your, face and into your lip, and you end up inside your gut. So a lot of skin issues are revealed because of something going on in your gut. So you may not have bloating, but you might have a dermatitis or an eczema or something like that. And a lot of people have redness and acne, and women, everybody, I think, cares about their skin. And no one actually goes, let me work on my gut to heal my skin, but that is a critical thing to do, because as long as your gut's not happy, your skin's not happy. So yes, the digest, and we're still learning every day, Dr. Carr. There's new information coming out. Like, we didn't know about akkermansia 5 years ago when we were still doing the 5-hour protocol with patients.
Natasha, I'll just ask you to pause for a minute, because not everyone will be familiar with akkermansia. Akkermansia is one of the gut
Many bugs in
out
your
of the
gut.
many, and we are learning a lot about it recently. So, you'll get to know about it more later.
That's right. So basically, your gut health is the most critical for your healthy aging and longevity. And whether you have symptoms or not, we must always make sure that it's in optimal function. The other thing is the gut ages first. So when you look at the oldest person in the world and they're looking all shriveled, there's a 105-year-old person, just Google it and you'll see the oldest person. And no one goes, oh, hey, I want to look like that when I'm 105. Then they go, oh, just shoot me when I'm 80 and I still look and function well, right? So jokes aside, though, why do people get more frail and emaciated looking as they age? Their gut's aging first. They're making less digestive enzymes. The cells don't replete and replenish as efficiently. So these are reasons that we know why they look like that, but we also know that if you're going to live for healthy aging and longevity, we need to look after the gut so you don't end up like that. But that's key, because your gut is connected to the outside directly, and everything inside your gut is actually outside your body, because it's a tube inside of you, but it's not part of you, whatever's inside. So everything that affects it is related to what's happening outside and what you put in it. So gut aging is crucial to healthy aging. And gut health is crucial to healthy aging and longevity, as well as how it connects to so many other systems and functions in the body. So we're going to talk about the elimination diet and why everyone should do it next.
Yeah, thank you. And another important thing, back in, I think in high school, we had actually learned that the most important function of the gut is to absorb nutrients. So yes, if your gut is not healthy, you may be eating the best food in the world, but And not just for food, it's also your supplements, because I know many of you are on supplements already. And if you're not, I would definitely ask why not. So for you to absorb, for example, let us say your vitamin D. Now, your gut needs to be healthy for you to absorb that. Iron, B vitamins, there are a whole lot of them. So just because you're taking a lot of supplements doesn't necessarily mean all of that is getting absorbed and going into the
Mhm.
tissue if your gut is not healthy. So
That's
see
right.
you
So
on the
whatever
next
you put
video.
into your gut needs to get into you, and it won't absorb if you can't digest and assimilate efficiently. So
Yeah.
thank you for that point, Dr. Carr. Let's all work towards having a healthy gut.
Yeah. Bye now.
Bye.